Welcome. We have a new report out, Europe Stretched to the Limit, and this report assesses the challenges that the region faces. Europe's been in crisis for 7 years now, since 2010, and it faces a multitude of crises over the next 5 years. The region's got to deal with migration, it's got to deal with the risk of Brexit, it's got to deal with the risk of Greece leaving the euro area, it faces economic challenges, an over-dependence on central banks, a productivity slump, questions about democracy, and of course, behind all of this, a security challenge associated with a revisionist Russia. Now, I'll be talking about all of these issues with my colleagues. Our core view is that Europe keeps muddling through. Now, muddle through has been better than most people expected over the past 7 years. It's kept the show on the road. It doesn't get you the best outcome, but it keeps the region together. That's what we're expecting over the next 5 years. I'll talk to some of my colleagues now. Aengus, we describe central banks as the only game in town. Why is that a problem? Are we worried that they're going to run out of ammunition?
The problem with monetary policy at the moment isn't that central banks are out of ammunition, it's that we're overly reliant on one policy lever. There's plenty that central banks can do and are doing, but the law of diminishing returns kicked in some time ago. The central banks are buying breathing space for politicians, but this is being wasted. We can see that in the UK with the government's quixotic desire to reach a budget surplus by the end of this Parliament. And we can certainly see it in the Eurozone, where politicians still aren't grappling with the fundamental tensions at the heart of the single currency. And we see very little impetus for change in this area. And in terms of interest rates in the two biggest central banks in the region, the Bank of England and the ECB, we see no change until 2020.